We are just about to leave Beijing and we're heading to Kuala Lumpur. It's an overnight flight, only 6 hours, so hopefully we manage to get some sleep on Air Asia flight, which I flew once, domestic from Bangkok to Phuket. It was quite a small aircraft, so hopefully this will be a bit bigger than the other one. And we're going to Kuala Lumpur for 2 days and then Singapore, and that's the end of this holiday. Just heading to Air Asia aircraft, and I think it's quite a big aircraft. I think it's A330, I think. That'll be a challenging flight. Hopefully the rest of passengers will be quiet and we can actually get some sleep so we can wake up fresh in the morning and enjoy beautiful Kuala Lumpur. So we have in-flight entertainment. Not.
You have entertainment there.
Oh yeah, there is free adverts. I'm just flying Air Asia now to Kuala Lumpur, and I must say it's one of the nicest experiences because the crew is so friendly. So Air Asia in Europe. Sorry, in Europe, in Asia.
In Europe.
one day.
It's okay.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Kuala Lumpur International Airport.
We have just arrived at Kuala Lumpur, and I must say the flight was very good, but the queue at Kuala Lumpur Terminal 2 with Air Asia is probably the worst I've ever had, as we had to wait for 2 hours. I think around 2 hours in the immigration, because obviously there are a lot of flights with people requiring visa, and there is no queue for visa-free passengers, you know? We are just now on the KLIA Express. It has the same sound like Stockholm Metro. Something in Swedish train probably. Ticket is 100 ringgit. Greetings from Kuala Lumpur. I'm at the Ibis Kuala Lumpur City Centre Hotel at the Infinity Pool, and as you may know, behind me we've got the Petronas Towers, which is the symbol of the country and the city. And even though the weather isn't great, we still get a chance to see the skyline and also the famous building, so I'm living the dream. I'm just at the Yalan Anor market, I think that's how you say it. It's one of the most popular markets in Kuala Lumpur where you can get various things, starting with seafood, different fruits, and various Asian cuisines. So it's a really good place to come and experience Asian cuisine. However, be cautious, as if you have a bad tummy like me, select wisely your food, what you're choosing. So I'm just having Thai noodles with actual pad Thai. We are again at the infinity pool at our Ibis hotel. To be honest, today I'm not really feeling that fit, so I admire the beautiful Petronas Towers at night from the hotel, which is still enough. Yeah, it is amazing. It's probably nicer today at night because you can't see the fog, which obviously you've seen throughout the day.
From Singapore.
Malaysia is not an only Muslim country, it's also multi-religious, and we are visiting now the Hindu temple, which is one of the most famous iconic buildings in Kuala Lumpur. Apparently, when you go inside, you should approach this man who gives you a blessing. Morgan statue, which is one of the symbols of Kuala Lumpur, and that's actually the tallest Morgan statue, which is a part of the Hindu religion. We are just outside the main hall of the National Mosque in Kuala Lumpur. It's pretty modern, but unfortunately we can't enter the main hall because it's for Muslims to pray, so it's not for tourists. We are a bit unlucky today as it started raining, but at least it feels a bit cooler and fresher. The air was so heavy. So we are at the main Chinese temple in Kuala Lumpur, which actually looks more Chinese to me than the ones in Beijing. So. We are just at Kuala Lumpur airport and we're about to fly to Singapore, and I'm quite excited because I'm flying with Singapore Airlines. I'm at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. In case you don't believe me, you can see the symbol there. We've got a nice botanical garden within the terminal building where you can actually relax, have a nice walk around, so you kind of forget the stress from the busy airport. We are now just flying Singapore Airlines for the first time, so I'm very, very excited. Hello, I'm on board of Singapore Airlines and I'm on A330 aircraft, so it's quite a big aircraft between Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, so only 45 minutes, but it doesn't matter, it'll be quite good to experience the flight. So.
We are pleased to be carrying passengers on.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines.
We've just arrived at Singapore Changi Airport and it was my shortest flight on a massive aircraft, Airbus 330. And there was no food service obviously because the flight was too short, but at least there was beverage service and the airline itself was really good, so I'll be quite tempted to test them on a slightly longer international route or long-haul flight, so hopefully next time. We are at another infinity pool at Novotel Hotel in Singapore, and I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I thought it would be on the top floor with the view of the city, but at least, well, we've got the view of the skyscrapers. Good morning from Singapore. Today I've met my new friend called Shish with the local Singaporean. So where are we now? What are we doing?
Chinatown, and we're about to eat breakfast.
So Chinatown apparently here is not as touristy as it is in the other cities like London, where only tourists come. It's actually where locals come and eat apparently, yeah?
Yep.
So let's go and check the Singaporean food. So we are now having traditional Singaporean breakfast.
It's
And
called
what is
kaya
it?
toast.
Kaya toast.
Basically white bread toasted with like butter and kaya, which is like a coconut jam.
And this Singaporean coffee.
Kopi.
Why is it so special?
Well, we use our own like coffee beans. With the way we roast it is different.
So it's grew in Singapore.
No, it's not grown in Singapore.
Oh,
but,
okay.
you
Let's
know,
not. We are at the Tian Hock Heng Temple, which is a Chinese temple in downtown Singapore. It's very peaceful today. You kind of see a few people cry here. So
Okay, here we have a platter of Peranakan kuehs. They're like traditional pastries, very colorful. This is onde. There's like a filling of coconut sugar inside, so be careful when you're biting in it. It melts in your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we have like 9-layer cake. And we have like chendol, which is like also traditional dessert. This is banana cake and something savory. So this is glutinous rice with a filling and it's wrapped in banana.
Downtown 市中心。
you can actually tell where we are and if they have all the history of what these buildings are. And
Iconic buildings, the Fulton Hotel, which used to be a colonial post office, with a Malayan in front of the hotel, and then you see the Marina Bay Sands, the famous hotel. So
just the sky, which was a bit better, but
I know.
we can't
Sorry
get everything
for the
right.
haze.
Blame
Sorry
Indonesia.
for the haze, yeah. Blame Indonesia.
So what are we having now, Shish? It's not traditional food. Yeah?
Peranakan food. This is beef rendang with tofu and omelette
This is tofu?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like beef.
So very like signature local dishes. Hope you enjoy it. Bon appetit.
We are just at the gardens by the bay. We are just 22 meters over the gardens. I just have to read it. And there's the famous ornates, which are one of the most famous landmarks in Singapore. So if you want to get nice pictures, you should definitely come here. I'm just at the flower dome in Singapore, where we've got a collection of flowers from all over the world, and that's one of the famous sites in Singapore which people should visit. You can see the famous hotel in the background, so I'm quite happy that I found this spot. Obviously, if you like various flowers and stuff, this place is amazing for our flowers lovers. I'm just at Changi Airport, which is probably the best airport worldwide, that's what I've heard. And I'm shortly going to explore it because I even arrived 4 hours earlier just to do a little bit of a tour, because people say this is not a usual airport. So I'm going to check this out. And also that means it's the end of the trip and we're heading back to Heathrow with Qatar via Doha. That's the famous jewel at Changi Airport, which is a waterfall. Probably the best airport I've seen with such things, so it's really impressive. It actually is like a tourist attraction itself, so even if you don't fly from Singapore, or if you don't arrive here, you should still come and visit the airport. But it is actually impressive. So that's our last meal before I say goodbye. And we have traditional food at probably the best airport at the moment I can think of.
Yeah.
So you're a nice airport.
Yeah. Come back soon.
Just at the Singapore lounge, and you've got some relaxation areas, so Priority Plus allows you to enter some good. And it's just massaging my bum and my legs.
As you
flying
find your
again.
seat, we kindly ask to place
Flying again on
larger size items in the
Qatar
overhead
Airways
compartments and smaller belongings, including
which is quite
duty bags and
exciting.
liquids
It's
under the
all
seats in front of you.
So it's the largest
In order to assist us with an on-time
worldwide,
departure,
so
we are requesting all
excited,
customers to
even though I'm
please
very
take your
tired.
assigned seats in the cabin.